if you actually like care about hockey. And the games are going to be played perfect timing, like right in that like holiday after Christmas, not a lot going on, and then you got the first week of January when you got the semis and the finals.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's also like during the break. Yeah, like during the break, it's gonna be great.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's yeah, I'm dying for sports to bet on at that point. So
Okay, so uh, for those that don't know, this is your first time showing up. Here's handigraphs. It looks the same as our baseball version, but right now we have the goalies, and I wanted to show people what I look at, and then mess around with Hall of Fame bets and show some things that are on Hall of Fame bets on the hockey side. Because again, this is a sport that apparently nobody's watching right now, other than me and like Shreeds. And
definitely
this is
Streets. I know when Streets
Streets.
is watching because he'll text me and be like, "Hey, I'm getting the loading wheel on the site.
I
What's
also
going
tell him,
on?"
I'm like, I can't do it. I'm not the tech of this. I'm just the brand. I'm the Ehrlich Bachman. You are the Richard Hendricks. Like, it's very, like,
I'm the
to
Steve
make,
Wozniak. That's
yeah.
what
Well,
it is.
I like my Silicon Valley reference more, but you got
Yeah,
to watch that.
that's better. That's better. Yeah.
I definitely the Ehrlich Bachman of our business partnership.
That's
Okay.
actually you definitely are
So
like
here's one of the things that I've been doing for saves. I look at the last 120 minutes and how many shots against that they're getting because look, if you are not facing a lot of shots, you probably don't give up a lot of goals. So a really good example right here, Bussy, whatever number, or let's go that we can go the other way. So Saros has seen. I like to look for an average of around 28 or 29 per game per 60, because what that means is that it gives you a margin of error. Usually, if you have a saves number in the 20s, gives you a margin of error. But what I'm also looking for here is a stat that we have, which is rebound shots on goal against, called Reb Soga. And I sort by that. If you are constantly getting rebound shots on goals, it means it's just happening in front of the net. That could turn it into like 5 different saves. And a high danger against that, obviously that's more scoring chances against, but this is just vital if you're betting over or under on goalie saves. Like for the other side of this, I would have wanted probably the under. Like I don't like Skinner, but I'll use him for an example because the data is telling you this. But Edmonton's not been giving up a lot of shots in front of him, which is indicative of the defense, and he's not giving up a ton of rebounds. So I would want his under on his saves. I'll go to Hall of Fame bets right now. And as you can see, I was on there playing around with college stuff. Their trend section is just badass. Let me see what I got here.
first place I go every time I open the app.
It's great.
Oh
wait, is this
I'm
game?
literally just going trends.
This game is actually. Is that game already started, or is it not? Let's see. The game hasn't started. Yeah, game just started. So let's see if they have anything. Oh, they don't have it up. So let me look for. Let's see if there's any games that are going to happen at 10 that I can use something for. So or 9:30. Okay, cool. We have the Saros one. We'll talk about the Saros one. So I don't worry as much about their matchup grade, but I'm going to go to saves. They have block shots here too, by the way, which nobody else is counting, and it's awesome. Let's see. In fact, maybe we'll just do that. But I'll go through this and I'll look at saves and I'll go through, like, here's a good example. Like, here's Wedgwood. We can go like on handigraphs. Wedgwood has been, let me do the last 120. We'll look at Wedgwood. They're like under 60, which is the key number that we like. He's not giving up a ton of rebounds, not giving up a ton of scoring chances. This, honestly, like, let me see. I would probably do the under saves. Yeah, look. And then I go to Hall of Fame bets, and they have in the green, and he's done this in head-to-head against them. They have Wedgwood under saves as a play that they like. So I think I'm actually going to take that. I'm going to take that live right now. So that is just one way that I'm using Hall of Fame bets to do some damage, along with handigraphs hockey. And let me make this happen. Is my location stuff going to work? It is. Scott Wedgwood under 23.5 saves. I did it because I saw it on both Hall of Fame bets. Like, matchup says C+. That's fine for me. I don't care.
Yeah.
We used our data and it said, look, they're not giving up a ton of shots, and he's not giving up a ton of rebounds, which means the opportunities and volume are not.
I do like the high. You mentioned it too. Like I do like the high danger stuff. We are on handigraphs right now. Like if you guys are familiar, like using like money puck, natural stat trick, there's a couple of different ways you can sort of come to the final number on high danger, low danger, those types of attempts. Right now, we use, at least for goalies, the high danger stuff is like based on our expected goals model. So it's typically is going to be a lot less. So if you're comparing that to like natural stat trick, just be aware of that. It's really just like what are the highest probability of goals being scored. At some point, we're probably going to potentially update that. But I do think the high danger, really, honestly, low danger and medium danger, I don't really care about if I'm looking, but high danger, I will pay attention to.
Low danger, if it's really high, I care about because that means he's making a lot of easy saves. It's usually correlated along with the rebound part. Medium danger, I don't totally know what it means.
It's all based on where the shot is. Basically, there's two factors. It's based on where exactly from the sort of polygon on the ice was the shot taken, and then at the angle that the shot came in at. That's what really determines a medium, high, or low danger type of shot. But really, the low danger, that's a good call out. Like if you have a lot of them, it could be
You're
easy
just picking up saves. Yeah.
But the one thing with high danger is if you have a lot of those, your natural inclination would be like, oh, well, that might be a good reason to, potentially bet an over goals allowed. But the other way to look at that is if you're giving up a lot of high danger opportunities, then teams are getting into the zone and getting a lot of opportunities to get good shots off. So
yeah,
that totally typically means that your defense is not very good and you're probably going to have more saves.
So tonight, this is a good example. I used Dallas and Winnipeg on this, and you see look, a lot of times because people are facing a lot of shots, but it's not tons of goals in all the grand scheme of things. You'll see red. They're making saves. But one of the things that I look at on ours is that we have the expected goals against. And since it's a proprietary on our end, like CJ put together how we're calculating this, I just look at, okay, wow. So these guys are giving up a ton of rebounds. These guys are giving up a ton of shots and if I see double-digit high danger attempts in the last 3 games, that's an over. And so both of these are blue. I took over 6.5 goals at plus 110. They have 4 goals with midway through the second period in that game. So that's sort of a way that you can look at some of these things. And the inverse works well as well.
I think the first period splits for that stuff too, by the way, is really good. Like if you're looking for we bet a lot of gifts, and
this was great. Dallas went up. I think Dallas had 3 goals in the first or 2 goals in the first. And this is exactly what this is telling you right here.
And that's 620 minutes. Again, that's, we were only looking at the 1 period. So that's actually 6 first periods versus
that's 6 first periods.
Last 3 games.
It's great.